After that intense encounter with Yu Chang, Shen Yuan finally returned home. As he was changing clothes, his phone buzzed with a flood of messages, screenshots, chat threads, and snide comments. No one at our international business school drives a G class. If you're going to lie, at least do your homework. Not just our school. There's no one in the business department or even in the foreign languages school with a G-Wagon. This guy's just making stuff up. Let's treat it as a joke. Lying's free, after all. Shen Yuan narrowed his eyes. So these are the online remarks Yingzi sent me. Oddly enough, being criticized wasn't all bad. It stirred debate, which meant buzz. He messaged Fang Minhui. Leak some details slowly. My department, major, and year. Just keep my name out of it. Got it. We'll handle it, she replied. Setting the phone aside, Shen Yuan thought, project work can wait. Let's see what the cheat system has for me today. He opened the system panel. You have 2 lottery draws available. Proceed? Yes. Congratulations, host. You've won a 500 square meter street front shop in the Yunqi Elegant Garden. Claim it at the Yunqi Business Center within 1 week. Shen Yuan's eyes lit up. A shop in Yunqi Elegant Garden, the most upscale district in Star City. Another income stream. Even if I don't use it, I can rent it out for a fortune. He tapped for the second draw. Ding! Congratulations, host. You've received 2 physique attribute modification opportunities. Modify physique attributes? If I tweak my weight or body fat, I could finish the physique mission instantly. He pulled up his stats. Height, 182 centimeters. Weight, 70.6 kilograms. Health index, 70. Body fat, 19.5%. Gaining weight's tough when you're already lean. Let's adjust that. Ding! Adjusting, 1%, 2%, 99%. In the mirror, his reflection subtly changed. Shoulders broader. Arms more defined. Ding! Attribute modification complete. Combined with the training gains from Coach Li Yuhong, it was like adding 10 kilos of solid muscle in an instant. Still short of the physique goal, but a big step forward. He mentally summarized the cheat system's rules. Higher favorability equals bigger rewards. Reaching intimacy milestones with multiple NPCs also triggers rewards. In short, keep expanding my connections. Over the next few days, Shen Yuan split his time between studying with Li Xiao, training with Meng Lu, buying Chenna a NC-20, and acquiring his own G63. Soon, the International Student Job Fair arrived. Some came out of curiosity, others for actual opportunities. Did you hear? The Startup Zone investor, an international business student, drives a G-Class? No one in this school drives a car like that. It's worth what, 3 million? Please! Why would someone like that attend a second-rate private school? Focus on the job fair. The companies here are mostly small and medium-sized local enterprises. In the school auditorium, Yu Ping and her short-haired friend from before were talking. Brother, doesn't your family own a company? Why are you at the job fair? To study other company strategies. Managing a business means staying current, he replied with practiced composure. The tomboyish girl chimed in. Senior, if I can't find an internship, can I join your company? Submit an application. With my support, it's a done deal, he said, drawing sparkles in both girls' eyes. Really? Thank you, senior. He then called over to other girls. If you don't have an internship yet, apply to my company. We're schoolmates. I'll look after you. Nearby, Lao Ping and others gritted their teeth. What's that senior doing here? He's just flirting. Yeah, pretending to be some big senior. So annoying. If Juan were here, he'd knock him out. The tomboy whispered to Yu Ping. Our seniors are skilled and humble, not like Shen Yuan, who just runs a coffee shop and flirts with older women. Yu Ping scoffed, recalling her earlier embarrassment. Don't bring him up. His pettiness last time ruined my opinion of him. Meanwhile, the blonde senior kept boasting. Student Yu Ping, free this afternoon? Let's grab food after the presentation. Sure, the girl replied eagerly. Then, vroom, a sleek black G63 rolled onto campus. Aren't outside cars banned here? Wait, that's a G-Class. Yu Ping and friend turned at once. That's the one everyone's talking about, the Startup Zone investor's car, Yu Ping whispered. Short-haired girl, if that's really someone? From our school. He's worth more than this so-called senior, Yu Ping thought. If I could meet him, I'd ditch this senor in a second. The G63 slowed. Shen Yuan lowered the window and called out. Cao, Huang, what are you doing? Hop in, I'll drive you back to the dorm. Yu Ping froze. No way. It's Shen Yuan? She sprinted toward the glowing car, bulldozing through people. Reaching the rear seats, she peered inside with one thought. Shen Yuan has to be the driver, right? Please tell me he is. But nope, the car was empty, just glowing. Cao leaned in. What are you whispering about? So shady. Huang Haibao, smug now, opened the door. Step aside. My brothers and I are getting in. As they drove off, short-haired girl muttered in regret. A top-tier catch was right there and I didn't even know about it. If we apologize to Shen Yuan, do you think he'd accept? She asked, still stunned. I don't know, Yu Ping replied. By nightfall, word that Shen Yuan drove the G-class had spread through the girls' dorms. That's it. My goal is Shen Yuan from now on. Obviously, if it were some 50-year-old, maybe I'd hesitate. But he's young, handsome, and rich. What's there to think about? In another room, a girl bragged, I got his WeChat. Watch me charm him. Don't you have a boyfriend? Her roommate asked. So, if I get with Shen Yuan, my current guy's history. Over in Fu Yingzi's room, her junior Jinghan came in. Sister Yingzi, you're working with Shen Yuan on the startup zone, right? Can you introduce me? Yingzi raised an eyebrow. You're a sophomore. Shouldn't you focus on the radio station and becoming manager? Why the sudden interest in business? The job market's rough. I need to plan ahead, Jinghan said innocently. Yingzi almost believed her. Almost. Then she thought, Jinghan, 168 centimeters, curves, delicate features, great presence. She'd be perfect for Shen Yuan. In her mind, she pictured Shen Yuan as an emperor, Jinghan as his graceful empress, and herself as the servant serving them. Then she stopped herself. Wait, get it together. Why am I picking concubines for Shen Yuan? After news of Shen Yuan driving the G-class spread, his phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Messages poured in. Senior, I'm Miao Zhen, second-year Spanish major at the Foreign Language Institute. Can we connect? Hi, I'm Jai Chang Ling, a senior in School of Sports. Want to go for a jog or play badminton sometime? Well, basically. Are you single? President, do you have a girlfriend? I'm a 36C. Want to explore something? Yeah, things like that. The constant ping of notifications filled the dorm. Cao glanced over. Bro, your phone's blowing up. You gonna check it? Shen Yuan sprawled on his bed. No way. Honestly, it's kind of disgusting. What, you're tired of girls hitting you up? Cao asked, raising an eyebrow. Shen Yuan waved his phone at him. If it were just girls, fine. But half of these are guys. I'm not into that. It's irritating. Just then, Huang held up his phone. Bro, all the girls chasing you are flooding my WeChat too. Ignore them, Shen Yuan replied without looking. That made Huang explode. You're unbelievable. Cao and I have been single for 3 years. 3, not 1 girl. And here you are, soaring like a kite in a storm. System message popped up. Task. Accumulate 500 reputation points for a lottery draw. Rewards. Attribute point boost or special ability. Note. Only reputation from university teachers and students counts. Current points, 33. He thought, if it weren't for the system's reputation quest, I wouldn't care. Fame means nothing if it doesn't bring real benefits to the students. Real respect comes from that. To boost my reputation, I need a successful project. First, I need to meet Fu Yingzi. He texted, Secretary Fu, meet me at the office later. She replied instantly, got it, boss. His phone rang. Feng Minhui, hey babe, what's up? Shen Yuan, I heard you're on campus. Where are you? She asked. Free to hang out today? Meet me at my office. Wait there for me, he said. Inwardly, he thought, now that I'm a public figure handling external affairs, I can't just stroll around campus with Minhui. Rumors would spread instantly. Heading out. Don't wait for me to game, he told Cao and Huang. Oh, and Cao, Huang, your time will come too. What time? Cao shot back, flipping him off with both hands. It's summer and I'm still setting off my own fireworks. At the office, the moment Minhui saw him, she threw herself into his arms. Shen Yuan, I missed you so much. He nudged her gently toward the door. Let's talk inside. Once in, she huffed. Well, now you're a big deal. Every girl on campus knows who you are. Really? He asked with a raised brow. Yep, your personal info is all over the internet, she said, plopping into a chair. People have too much free time, he sighed. Then Minhui got up, walked to the window, and closed the curtains. When guys go out, they need to know how to stay safe. Got it? I know how to stay safe, but what's that got to do with closing the curtains? She slipped her hand under her skirt, slowly pulling off her battle-ready fabric armor. It's related, of course. I can do it here too. Shen Yuan, want to? It's not that, Minhui. I've got a meeting with someone. She grabbed his hand. Get up. When he stood, she toyed with the barrier around his waist, undoing it with a sly flick. The hidden fastening gave way, and with a quick turn, she pressed her back against him, claiming the space as hers. Like this position? Outside, Fu Yingzi had just arrived. Hearing muffled noises, she frowned. This definitely didn't sound like prayer hour. She leaned closer. The rhythmic thump-thump inside made her face heat. The sound of card shuffling is so loud. She swallowed hard, thinking the boss was powerful, sure, but definitely not normal. Her cheeks burned, but she thought, at times like this, a secretary's job is to guard the door. By the time a class ended, her legs were aching. Still not finished. My legs are numb. Finally, the door opened. Minhui stepped out, coughed twice, and walked up to Yingzi with a smug smile. Thinking you heard everything, didn't you? Then you know, Shen Yuan belongs to me. Stop fantasizing. After she left, Yingzi entered. Boss, what did you need me for? You've done well these past few days, stirring up quite the buzz, Shen Yuan said. It's thanks to your guidance, boss. Without it, I wouldn't have had those ideas. With this hype, we'll see a flood of startup zone applications. Pre-screen them for me. Projects that can launch quickly. Criteria? She asked. Choose exceptional ones. People who can represent our school's image. Our school may be second tier, but we have one big advantage. What advantage? Our female students are stunning. Yingzi froze. Is the boss really spending all this money just to back beautiful girls? Am I basically picking consorts? Boss, is this really okay? Of course, we're giving them opportunities to change their futures. With so many applicants, why not pick a ones more pleasing to the eye? Got it. I'll screen them and send you the shortlist, she said, thinking, the boss talks about picking beauties like it's charity work. Then Shen Yuan asked, have you finished the re-examination questions I told you to prepare? Almost, she replied, and then realized his intent. The test would justify eliminating those not chosen, avoiding trouble. Leaning closer, she whispered, when the time comes, can we quietly leak the answers to the ones you want? Shen Yuan smirked. Not bad, Secretary Fu. Her thoughts swirled. Isn't this just like ancient officials offering beauties to the emperor? If these girls ended up elsewhere, would their fate be better? Besides, the boss pays me 10,000 a month. I should make things easier for him. Finally, she said, Boss, I have a younger sister at this school. She'd love to meet you. So, how is she? She pointed at her chest. Just like me, maybe a little bit bigger. I meant her age. Blushing, she pulled out her phone. Second year, 19 years old. Nickname, Little Dragon Maiden. Shen Yuan's eyes lit up at the photo. Looks like there's a chance to play Dragon Rider. Add her for me, he said. Abruptly, his phone pinged. A message from Lin Yuchang. Shen Yuan, you free tonight? How about a drink? Shen Yuan scanned the text and muttered to himself. Continuing already? He grinned. Are you sure you want just a drink? So he fired back. 9 p.m. Lin Yuchang, seeing the instant reply, blinked. This Shen Yuan actually texted back fast? She was delighted. Suddenly, she was having flashbacks of that day, thinking, didn't thought something like that would happen the other day? My heart fluttered, as if I was falling in love for the very first time again. She sprawled on her couch, hand brushing over herself. I wish time would speed up already. 9 p.m. can't come fast enough. Meanwhile, Shen Yuan finished up with Fu Yingzi and exited the school office. At his G63, he found the windows decorated like a public notice board, plastered with love letters. He picked up one. Can we be friends? My bra size is 36E. Contact info blurred. Shen Yuan stared, silent, processing, then sighed. What am I supposed to do with this? Auction it? Just then, two girls strolled over, waving. Hi, Shen Yuan. My sister and I are going shopping. Can you give us a lift? Shen Yuan slid into his car, already halfway done with the conversation. Sorry, picking someone up later. No room left. The ponytail girl didn't miss a beat. Then, can we exchange WeChat? Maybe hang next time? Shen Yuan rolled down the window. Sorry, too many people adding me on WeChat already. Can't add more. The girls stood in silence. Nearby, two male students watched like gossip commentators. One whispered, see, that's what money does. Those girls try to get his attention, he doesn't even glance. Isn't that infuriating? The other frowned. What's so special? He's just little taller, better looking, little richer. The first one grumbled, little richer. Didn't you saw that car? A Mercedes G-Class, worth 3 million yuan. We'll never make that in our lives. The other looked up at the sky and sighed. Honestly, not just the girls. Even I'd throw myself at him. His buzz-cut friend recoiled. Bro, you're a dude. What are you saying? But the other wiggled his hips. So what if I'm a guy? If I hit financial freedom, I pledge loyalty too. Buzzcut fell silent, then blushed. You know. When you put it that way, it doesn't sound that bad. Time skipped forward. Suddenly, 9 o'clock. Shen Yuan met Miss Lin at the cafe. He settled into his chair. Something bothering you at home again? Yu Chang swirled her wine glass instead of answering. Then softly asked, Shen Yuan, do you believe in love? Shen Yuan leaned back. Depends. I could say yes or no. His mind wandered to his high school romance. Back then, it was pure. Love felt like lightning in a bottle. First kiss, first rush. Then Zhou Wanting, then Nunu, then Manhwa. None recaptured the spark. Yu Chang frowned at his vague answer. Shen Yuan, that's way too vague. Right on cue, her phone rang. Yes, this is Yu Chang. I need someone to fix my air conditioner. When are you available? Asked the voice. Tomorrow morning or afternoon. All right, repairman will call you then. Great, thanks. Click. Shen Yuan raised an eyebrow. Air conditioner broken? She gave a helpless smile. Been out for days. I've been sleeping with just a fan. Shen Yuan chuckled. You don't need a repairman. I got this. Lin blinked. You know how to fix air conditioners? Shen Yuan triggered his secret weapon, the system. Activate skill exchange card. A glowing menu popped up in his mind. Elementary cooking, combat, household appliance repair, race car driving. Shen Yuan selected appliance repair. Ding! Exchange complete. Host can now repair TVs, refrigerators, range hoods, and air conditioners. He flexed his fingers. Huh. Feels like I was born holding a screwdriver. Turning to Lin, he said casually, Of course I can fix it. Got the know-how. Then, without hesitation, asked, Is your husband home? Lin, Nope, why? Moments later, Shen Yuan followed her back to her place. As he unscrewed the AC unit, Yu Chang's thoughts spiraled. Zhang Shenyang isn't home tonight. Kids are at the grandparents'. Just me and Shen Yuan. Even if it's just fixing the AC. Why does this feel so thrilling? Shen Yuan glanced at the dusty filter. It's just dirty. Needs cleaning. Nothing serious. Yu Chang blinked. Wait, he's actually fixing it? She had worried he'd try something, but no, he was just focused on maintenance, which weirdly was more dangerous. Flustered, she said, Shen Yuan, I've troubled you enough. I'll go shower. Her thoughts swirled. A cold shower. That'll clear my head. 15 minutes later, she reemerged in loungewear, cautiously testing the air. It was cold, crisp, perfect. Shen Yuan smiled. All fixed. Feel that breeze. Yu Chang's eyes lit up. It's working! Shen Yuan, you've worked so hard. I don't know how to thank you. Shen Yuan smirked. Want to thank me? Come here. He tugged her hand, pulled her close, sat on the bed. Yu Chang's alarm bells rang. Weak, Zhang Shenyang could come back. No. But Shen Yuan pressed forward, whispering, Why not? He tugged at her shorts. From now on, if anything breaks, I'll fix it. Your heart, your body, leave those to me. And with that, he began his repairs. Yu Chang flushed red, gripping the sheets. This is just payment for the air conditioner fix, right? Soft moans escaped her lips as she thought, compared to this, Zhang Shenyang was such a waste. Outside, the elevator dinged. Zhang Shenyang stepped out, loosening his tie. Damn, I can't breathe. These people playing hard to get, even when I offer extra money. He grumbled all the way to the door. He opened the door. Inside, Yu Chang's eyes froze. The door. Oh no. Both she and Shen Yuan went still. Zhang Shenyang was home. Hearing the noise outside, Yu Chang slapped a finger over her own mouth. Her mind raced. If Zhang really finds out, my divorce payout, my leverage, my whole carefully curated life, all gone, ruined. Career, reputation, poof, just like that. Meanwhile, Shen Yuan slid smoothly off the bed, straightened his shirt like a man about to do a TED Talk, and said, I'll lock the door. Yu Chang stared at him, wide-eyed. How is he so calm? I'm over here calculating property loss, and this man's acting like he's ordering takeout. Just as Shen Yuan locked the room door, enter Zhang Shenyang, drunk, muttering, Huh? Nobody home yet? Air conditioner running? What, you think electricity grows on trees? He shuffled toward the water dispenser like a dehydrated zombie, picked up a glass, tried to pour. Empty. He cursed. Useless woman. Does nothing all day, not even a drop of water left. He plopped the glass down and wandered back toward the door, found it locked. Is she still mad at me? Inside, Shen Yuan calmly tucked Yu Chang back onto the bed like a babysitter. Whispered, Shh, my dear. You wouldn't want to upset your husband, would you? Yu Chang slapped her own lips shut, not daring to make a peep. Outside, Zhang fumbled for a while, then shouted through the door, What, mad at me again? Just 'cause I'm late? I was entertaining clients. For work. You think it's easy? Shen Yuan ignored him. Yu Chang ignored him. The bed, however, was very busy. Yu Chang's whole body quivered. Hand clamped over her mouth. She fought to stay silent. Meanwhile, Zhang gave up. He wandered to the next room. Fine, don't open the door. At least my energy will be saved. Threw himself on the bed like a toddler and mumbled, Yeah, tomorrow night, bar. 5 minutes later, snoring, loud, rhythmic. Back in the other room, Shen Yuan and Yu Chang had switched positions. Her voice trembled. Shen Yuan, be gentle. My husband's right on the other side of the wall. Shen Yuan smirked, hips moving in perfect time with Zhang's snores. He's asleep. You won't suspect a thing. Relax. This is the fun part. On the other side of the wall, Zhang drooled on his pillow, snoring like a broken lawnmower. Her. Shen Yuan chuckled mid-motion. He's snoring so loud, my body's sinking to the beat. Yu Chang shuddered violently. Don't make a sound, she repeated in her head. And then, oops, a faint moan slipped. Her mind melted. Shen Yuan's right. This feeling's irresistible. They carried on until dawn. At some point before sunrise, Shen Yuan ghosted like Batman. Morning came. Zhang stumbled out of bed, head pounding. Damn bar. Must have given me fake liquor. In the kitchen, Yu Chang, domestic goddess mode, was making breakfast. Zhang froze. Wait, she hasn't cooked in 2 years. Who replaced my wife? Still, warm breakfast was warm breakfast. He smiled. Feels good having a caring wife while having side chicks outside. This is life. He sipped, then casually asked, Hey, you locked the door to sleep last night, didn't you? How was it? Sleep well? Yu Chang beamed. I slept wonderfully. Her bright smile made him squint suspiciously. Why is she suddenly so nice? She's hiding something. Suspicion boiling, he stormed back into the bedroom. Don't tell me she dared betray me. He tore apart the bed like a detective in a crime drama. Pillows flipped, blankets yanked, sheets inspected. Nothing. No stray hairs, no suspicious stains. So he moved to the trash can, dug through wrappers, muttering, no tissues, no condoms, no evidence. Defeated, he shuffled back to the kitchen, sat down, muttered, maybe I overthought it. Yu Chang set breakfast on the table like a perfect housewife. Time to eat. He took a sandwich, chewing, then frowned. Last night, I thought I heard banging on the wall. Did you notice? Yu Chang, pouring milk calmly, replied, No, you must have imagined it. I was fast asleep. He nodded slowly. Guess I was mistaken. And hey, didn't you say the air conditioner was broken? It's working fine now. Yu Chang didn't even blink. Oh, I had someone come repair it. She smiled inwardly. That noise was indeed from fixing the AC. He fixed more than that, though. He fixed my heart. Meanwhile, at a cafe across town, scene shift. A freckle-faced girl stormed in. Wanting, why haven't you slept in 2 days? What happened? This was Li Ying, bestie extraordinaire. Wanting, looking like a zombie with designer eye bags, sighed. Ying, did you know my ex-boyfriend is now filthy? Rich? I'm losing my mind. Li Ying blinked. Which ex-boyfriend? Wanting rolled her eyes. Shen Yuan, obviously. It's not like I had a harem. Li Ying's jaw dropped. Shen Yuan? Him? Wasn't his family so broke he sold his car? Wanting's voice dripped with venom. You don't know the half of it. After me, he skyrocketed. Dropped 3 million on a house for some woman, then 2 million on a Porsche for a trainer. Over 5 million gone, just like that. Li Ying, are you serious? Or are you auditioning for a drama script? Wanting slammed her phone, showing messages. My trainer told me herself, even posted the Porsche on her moments. I could cry. Her bitterness overflowed. I must have been insane dumping him for that useless guy. Now he's thriving, and I'm losing sleep. Li Ying patted her shoulder. Let it go. You're still gorgeous. You work in an airline. Plenty of rich men out there. Millions. Easy. Wanting sneered. Millions? Please. At this point, I'd scoff at tens of millions. Shen Yuan's scale is different. Li Ying was silent, not touching that one. Then Wanting's eyes blazed. Ying, I have to win Shen Yuan back. Her voice cracked in despair. But he blocked me, won't answer calls, won't even see me at school. How can he be so cruel? Li Ying sighed. Maybe lower your expectations, focus on yourself? But Wanting snapped. You know me. I can't let this go. That money, that life, should have been mine. She grabbed Li Ying's hand, dragging her. Come on, Ying. We're finding him. Now. As she was pulled out the door, Li Ying whipped out her phone, posted on her moments without looking. Anyone got the number for Xing Cheng Mental Hospital? Urgent. My friend's losing it. Doctor needed immediately. Elsewhere in room 521 of the Junyue Hotel, Meng Lu stood near the window. Shen Yuan emerged from the bathroom, towel drying his hair. Noticing her dramatic pose, he teased, Coach Lu, what are you plotting over there? Practicing for a shampoo commercial? Still gazing at the river, Meng Lu finally turned, offered a soft smile, and said, It's strange. My training regimen and nutrition plan are designed with precision, yet your progress is superhuman. You've gained weight and muscle far quicker than expected. Shen Yuan puffed out his chest and grinned. Well, I'm not your average gym bro. He quickly pulled up his system panel. Height 182 centimeters, health value 70, BMI 20.8, body fat 18.3%, immunity 70, brain activity 71. Shen Yuan muttered to himself. Consistent training has boosted both immunity and brain activity. This isn't just exercise, it's a lifestyle. Once my startup stabilizes, maybe I should expand into the health industry. Everyone wants six-packs and salad bowls. Fitness equals wealth, reputation. After finishing dressing, he said casually, Coach Lu, don't wait up for me tonight. I've got other plans. Meng Lu smoothed her hair, trying not to look disappointed. All right, go handle your business. I'll wait for your call. Inwardly, though, she thought, I prep his gym clothes, cook him hearty meals, and play house every morning. Feels nice being needed. Maybe I could stay by his side forever. Moments later, Shen Yuan slid into his G63, that eternal chick magnet on wheels. Driving off, he reflected, Hui Hui was the first to stand by me, but I've only given her handbags. Meanwhile, Nana and Lulu already got houses and cars. That's kind of unfair. Gotta fix that today. Meanwhile, at a cozy restaurant near the Foreign Affairs University, Min Hui was dining with her cousin Song Juan and brother-in-law Jiang Zhen. The woman smiled warmly. Min Hui, this food is great. Do you come here often with classmates? Min Hui replied politely. Sometimes. Older sister, brother-in-law, please eat more. Jiang Zhen, ever the career counselor, asked, Min Hui, you're a junior in international studies. What happens after graduation? Any internships lined up? Not yet. Internships start next semester. Haven't thought about part-time jobs either, she admitted. You need to plan ahead. You're at a second-tier school. Options are limited. Min Hui nodded. Yes, I understand. Then Juan asked, by the way, Min Hui, do you have a boyfriend? College is the best time. Wait too long and it's hard later. Zhen jumped in with a grin. Actually, my younger brother's a senior at Shengda University. Interned at a Fortune 500. Leadership loves him. If you're single, you should meet him. Min Hui raised her eyebrows. No need, brother-in-law. I already have a boyfriend. Both stared at her. Since when? Why haven't we heard about this? She explained. He's my classmate. We've only been together 2 weeks, so I haven't told the family yet. Zhen instantly put on his wise elder face. Dating isn't a game, Min Hui. Second-tier schools don't produce many stars. If your boyfriend is average, your future will be hard. Low salary, small firms, no house, no car. Min Hui smiled politely. Thank you for the advice, brother-in-law, but I'm confident. Zhen adjusted his glasses again. You haven't worked yet, so your perspective is narrow. College romances often mean mediocrity. How will you two afford marriage, a house? My cousin graduated and landed a Fortune 500 job. Big difference. Juan finally sighed. All right, let her live her life. Zhen pressed on. I'm just worried she'll suffer because of her boyfriend's weak background. Min Hui laughed sweetly, but thought privately. Fortune 500? Please. My Shen Yuan could buy it and still have pocket money for bubble tea. Out loud, she said, no need to worry. I'll be fine. Then she stood and added, older sister, I need to go. My boyfriend's taking me to buy a house. Both nearly choked on their chili peppers. Buy a house? Zhen wiped sweat off his forehead. Houses here cost millions. His family wouldn't be so foolish before marriage. But Min Hui pointed outside. It's not a joke. I don't know his family background. But he's wealthy himself. Look, here he is. Sure enough, Shen Yuan's 3 million yuan G63 rolled up. He strolled inside. Min Hui, ready to go? Min Hui introduced him. Shen Yuan, this is my cousin and brother-in-law. Sorry, I've got an appointment with Hui to buy a house. Can't stay today, but next time, dinner's on me. This meal's covered. Huan smiled. Go ahead. We'll have plenty of chances to meet. We'll be family soon. As the couple left, Zhen muttered in disbelief. Buy a house? Really? Huan rolled her eyes. He drives a 3 million yuan car. You think a house is hard? And here you were bragging about your cousin. I'm embarrassed for you. Zhen blushed so hard it matched the chili sauce. Later, Shen Yuan and Min Hui completed the purchase. Handing her the red property certificate, he said, here you go. A 166 square meter apartment, fully furnished, 2 parking spaces. Total cost, 3.02 million. Paid in full. Congrats, you're a homeowner. Min Hui blushed, stammering. Shen Yuan, I don't know what to say. He calculated. This purchase earned me 6.04 millions. Now the total is 31.79 million. He leaned close. Don't worry, later. I'll pick a Japanese instructional video for you. You'll master it in no time. Shen Yuan, she gasped, blushing harder. Her favorability score ticked from 91 to 93. Shen Yuan thought smugly, 1 step closer to 100. Tonight, I'll let my little brother put in some overtime. Meanwhile, back at the women's dormitory, Jinghan lay on her bed spamming Shen Yuan with texts. Hello, Senior Shen. What are you up to? Can I get advice on starting a business? No reply. She frowned. He added me, but ignores me? I hate attention seeker. But look at me now. Her roommates chimed in. Don't chase Shen Yuan. Too much competition. Yeah, we're all hot. We'll find our own rich guys. Let's just hit the library and study. Jinghan thought, yeah, right. They're probably going to pass letters to him again while pretending to study. Hypocrites. Still, she sighed. Shen Yuan's a top-tier tycoon with hundreds of millions. Of course I would be the same. She sat at her desk, determined. Fine. First, I'll finish my startup plan. Back with Shen Yuan, he casually asked, Hui, have you thought about your future plans? Not really. Maybe I'll apply to the startup zone, she replied. Not bad, but I've got other industries. I'll set something up for you, he reassured her. She smiled. Okay. Shen Yuan sighed in relief, thinking, she's clingy. If she checks on me at school every day, I'll suffocate. I need space to build my empire. Then, pulling up an adult film, he said playfully, didn't you want to learn some island nation techniques? Let's see. He gave few names and asked, which teacher do you pick? Min Hui blushed, shocked. How do you know all this? He smirked. Internet research. For science. Fine, I'll pick one randomly. Closed eyes. 20 minutes later after studying, Min Hui was practicing diligently, whispering, Shen Yuan, Does this feel good? Yeah, keep going, he moaned. She asked happily, if I master this, you'll want me more. Right. Shen Yuan, half melting, thought, she works this hard just for me? Give me a dozen more like her and I'll conquer the world. The next morning, Shen Yuan was still snoozing when his phone rang. He groggily answered. Li Yuhong's urgent voice exploded through the speaker. Shen Yuan, get over here, fast. Shen Yuan yawned. Bro, it's morning. What's the rush? No time for nonsense, Li Yuhong barked. I sent you the location. Just come. Sensing the tone, Shen Yuan finally sat up, wide awake. A short while later, after Li Yuhong's call, Shen Yuan slid into his car, muttering, Bro better not waste my gas money again, before driving toward their meeting spot. Out of the blue, the phone buzzed again. Yuan, change of plans. We're meeting at Su Yun instead. Shen Yuan almost swerved. Seriously? I was basically at the old place already. Why do you wait until now to say this? Yu Hong whined. Not my fault. My buddies dragged me here after work. Trust me, it wasn't my choice. Shen Yuan growled, cut the excuses. I'll be downstairs at Su Yun. You've got 30 minutes. If you're late, I'm out. Soon after, Shen Yuan parked at Su Yun, looking around suspiciously. This place is way too close to Teacher Li's neighborhood. Nah, can't be fate messing with me that badly, right? Just then, Li Yuhong appeared, grinning. Yo, why are you waiting outside? Come up for a session. Technician 98 is the real deal. Shen Yuan folded his arms, eyebrow raised. Pass. I've got my own personal technician. Why would I downgrade? That's when Li Yuhong spotted the G-Class parked nearby. Wait, Yuan, is that your ride? Bro, that's not a car. That's a tank with leather seats. Shen Yuan shrugged like it was no big deal. Bought it recently. Nothing special. Nothing special? Li Yuhong nearly fainted. That's my dream car. You sly dog. Did you secretly win the lottery? Marry into royalty? Sell a kidney? Shen Yuan sighed. Enough with the car talk. Why'd you drag me out here? Li Yuhong gave a dramatic wink. Come on, you're a shareholder now. You gotta do some work too. Place opens in 2 days. Let's head up. Seriously, number 98 will blow your mind. Before Shen Yuan could roll his eyes again, fate laughed in his face. Because right then, 2 very familiar figures walked toward him. Li Meng froze first. Sis, isn't that Shen Yuan? Li Xiao's eyes narrowed. Yeah, it's him. Meanwhile, Yu Hong, oblivious, kept rambling. Look at his expression. Bet he's already fallen for number 98. Shen Yuan's face, however, had nothing to do with the technician. He was staring at his advisor and her sister like a man caught red-handed. Perfect. The one person I didn't want to see here. Of course the universe serves me this dish cold, he thought grimly. Li Meng's reaction was instant fire. She dragged her sister's hand and snapped, Sis, let's go, now. Shen Yuan panicked, rushed over with a forced smile. Advisor! What a coincidence! Haha! Fancy seeing you here. Yu Hong whispered like a gossip auntie. Yuan, who are they? Damn, they're gorgeous. But Li Meng wasn't having it. She whirled around, eyes blazing. Shame on you, Shen Yuan. Coming to a place like this? Do you even deserve my sister? Shen Yuan scrambled. You've got it wrong. I was just waiting for someone. She cut him off. Excuses. My sister's been warming up to you. Even bought you a gift. And this is what you do? She tugged Li Xiao away, throwing one last dagger over her shoulder. Go enjoy your number 98, scumbag. As they disappeared, the invisible scoreboard above Li Xiao's head tanked. 69, 68, 67. Shen Yuan's heart sank. 1 second it was fine. The next it's a dumpster fire. What just happened? Yu Hong tiptoed closer, wincing. Yuan, was that your new girlfriend? Want me to explain for you? Shen Yuan rubbed his face. Forget it. She's furious. Your explanation would just dig me deeper. Yu Hong, still curious, asked, Okay, but who is she? My advisor. Also my business English teacher, Shen Yuan muttered. Yu Hong almost choked. What? You're chasing a teacher now too? Yuan, my guy, you're gonna make me die from secondhand stress. What's next, the dean's wife? Shen Yuan shot him a look. Drop it. Let's just grab a coffee and talk. At Chenna's cafe, Chenna lit up at Shen Yuan's arrival. You made it. Shen Yuan gestured toward Li Yu Hong. 2 coffees, iced Americano for him, vanilla latte for me. As they sat, Yu Hong frowned thoughtfully. I swear I've seen that woman before. Shen Yuan smirked. Already forgot? That was the girlfriend Guang Yao's cousin brought to Nanjing restaurant. Yu Hong's jaw dropped. Wait, the saleswoman from the car shop? Bro, you're telling me you went after a bro's girl too? Relax, Shen Yuan said. It's mutual attraction. Mutual attraction? Unbelievable. You're chasing a teacher, stealing a bro's girlfriends? Yuan, you're a walking drama series. Shen Yuan waved him off. Enough nonsense. From here on, you handle things. I'm stepping back. Yu Hong blinked. Wait, seriously? Without you, I'll be like a fish out of water. I trust you, Shen Yuan replied firmly. Inside, he thought, better to step aside than ruin a brotherhood over business squabbles. Yu Hong moved, nodded. Fine, I won't let you down. At that moment, Chenna returned with their drinks. Yu Hong, ever the troll, grinned. Thanks, sis-in-law. Chenna blushed furiously. Seeing Shen Yuan's shirt is wrinkled, she started fixing. Yahong, watching, thought, bro, even your shirts get more affection than I do. Life's not fair. Later that evening, driving Chenna home, she mentioned, Yinyu finishes exams next week. She wants to work at the cafe during break. That okay? Sounds good, Shen Yuan agreed. She smiled. Great, I'll shower. Today was exhausting. As she left, Shen Yuan pulled out his phone, muttering, time to fix this mess with Teacher Li. He dialed. Beep. No answer. Tried WeChat. Silence. Meanwhile, at Li Xiao's place, her sister ranted. Block his number, sis. He doesn't deserve even a scene. But Li Xiao sat quietly, staring at her vibrating phone, torn. Her sister pressed. Sis, he showed his true colors. Better now than later. Li Xiao asked, why do guys go to places like that? Li Meng almost exploded. Obviously. Guys go to those places because of lust. But why do they act like that? She asked. They've got urges. If they can't deal with them, some goes to places like those. Li Xiao, curling up, thought. Maybe I did hold back too much. He hugged me, kissed me, and I pushed him away. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I pushed him away too much, she whispered. Oh my god, sis, don't talk nonsense. How did you even come up with that idea? Li Meng quickly offered her sister a piece of advice. Sis, just look at me. Look at how I ended up when I threw myself into love without thinking. Li Xiao paused for a moment, before replying softly. Yeah, inside, she admitted to herself, Li Meng is right. I can't let myself fall blindly. I have to hold back, stay in control. Meanwhile, Shen Yuan's phone buzzed with messages from old classmates. Yuan, want a barbecue? Bring in girls? He skimmed through, unimpressed. Wow, they smell money and suddenly remember my name. Typical. Then came Long Jinghan's texts. Good morning, senior. Don't skip meals. Windy last night. Schoolyard's a mess, with a selfie attached. Shen Yuan smirked. White and soft, though definitely filtered. Need to check in person before adding to the candidate pool. He replied lazily. Busy. Chat later. Perfect. Just enough to keep her hopeful. Just then, Shenna walked out in a sharp business outfit, stockings and vest slightly undone. Like what you see? She teased. Shen Yuan instantly pocketed his phone. You're messing with my inner peace. Then, rip, she asked, should we go inside? But our boy wasn't ready to wait. He leaned closer, inhaling the soft fragrance at her neck. Shenna hesitated, then murmured, Shen Yuan, you feel different somehow. Different how? He asked. She studied him for a moment, before replying, you seem stronger. Have you been working out? Shen Yuan gave a confident nod. You bet. Laying on sofa, he asked, ever tried horseback riding? She blinked. No, he grinned. I'll be your free mount tonight. Next time we'll go riding for real. Shenna caught on and said, horseback riding isn't the same as what you're implying. Shen Yuan grinned. Close enough. Don't believe me? Hop on and find out. Obediently, Shenna climbed on. As she began riding, he praised her with a chuckle. See? You're a natural. The next day, chaos erupted at the Youth office. Dozens of students swarmed the poor elderly teacher with business plans. Teacher, take mine. No, mine first. Line up, kids, the teacher groaned. Since when did entrepreneurship turn into a Black Friday sale? At the same time, Shen Yuan was jogging at the gym when his secretary Yingzi called. Menglu saw the name and wondered, who is this little secretary? Boss, we got 653 applications, 628 women, 25 men. Filter out the useless ones, Shen Yuan said calmly. She asked, does that mean I should remove all the men? No, only keep the best business proposals. Yingzi sighed, staring at the mountain of papers. Got it, boss. Shen Yuan hung up, musing to himself. If it's nothing but beauties, this will start to look like a performance troupe. I need to cultivate real talent. People who can actually manage things when the system hands me assets later. Just then, Meng Lu turned to him. Shen Yuan, I asked you something, and you still haven't answered. It's just a subordinate from school, he replied casually. What? Jealous again? Meng Lu looked away with a pout. Not at all. I was just curious. Shen Yuan smiled and gently patted her head. Don't overthink it. It's purely professional. Suddenly, the system dinged. Host has reached 90+ favorability with a third girl. Mission complete. Reward incoming. Shen Yuan blinked at Meng Lu beside him, noticing the glowing 90 above her head. Well, damn. Just a head pat and she's smitten? Easy. Rewards. 30 million filial funds, 2 skill exchange cards, and most importantly, a weapon upgrade, 5mm increase in diameter. Shen Yuan nearly cried tears of joy. 5 whole millimeters. The filial piety money was, without question, reserved for Old Man Shen and Miss Li. That part was settled. He still had 1 skill card left over from last time, but this first reward, this was the real game changer. Without hesitation, he commanded the system, activate the first reward. In an instant, a strange warmth surged from his abdomen downward, and suddenly, the small birdcage felt far too cramped. Overwhelmed with excitement, Shen Yuan called out, Menglu, come here for a sec. Startled, she asked, what's up? He grabbed her hand and pulled her along. No time to explain. Upstairs. Now. Seeing the urgency on his face, Menglu frowned in concern. What's going on? But once they reached the bathroom and shed their outer clothes, Shen Yuan charged forward, thrusting his newly enhanced divine weapon straight into the cave. The entrance stretched in surprise, and Menglu gasped. Wait, Shen Yuan, something's off. Smirking, he asked. Off? How so? Her eyes widened in shock. You feel different. Am I imagining this? Did the gym do this to you? Shen Yuan chuckled lightly. Maybe it's you who's changed. Menglu bit her lip. Is that it? Just take it easier next time. I can't handle this pace. He pulled her close, whispering gently. All right, my dear. Next time, I'll warm up properly. Inside, his thoughts raced. The upgrade's effect is undeniable. This is it. After 99,981 rounds of relentless action, Shen Yuan brushed a hand across Menglu's blissful face. Coach Lu, get some rest. I've got things to handle. He stood, straightening himself as he left. This new weapon, it'll take time for Lulu to adjust. Nana and Hui Hui will need to adapt too. Best take it slow next round. Later, stepping out of the car, Shen Yuan's thoughts shifted to Li Xiao. A whole day's passed since teachers not picking up calls or replying to messages. The misunderstanding will only deepen if this keeps up. How do I prove my innocence? She needs to hear me out. Best if I see her in person. She's free this afternoon. She should be at home. Moments later, he stood outside Li Xiao's house. A firm knock echoed against the door. From inside, her voice called, Who's there? A man's voice answered, I'm from downstairs. Your bathroom's leaking into my place. Hearing this, Li Xiao opened the door. The moment her eyes landed on him, she froze. You tricked me again. It's you, Shen Yuan. Holding the door firmly, Shen Yuan said with sudden seriousness, Let me inside. Her gaze sharpened. What do you want? Shen Yuan put on his best I'm a good boy, please believe me face, and said with sincerity, I feel like we need to talk things out. You must have misunderstood something yesterday. Li Xiao frowned. Misunderstood? You went to that place? Don't tell me you didn't do anything. Shen Yuan blinked. I really didn't do anything. Li Xiao looked away dramatically. I don't believe you, and I don't want to hear your explanation. Just go home. Of course, Shen Yuan didn't give up. He launched into a speed-run explanation. Yesterday, that person messaged me first, asking to discuss something. When I was almost there, he changed the location to that club. It was just a coincidence I ran into you and Li Meng. I've been wanting to explain, calling you all day, but you wouldn't answer. Li Xiao immediately snapped back. Then how can you prove you were only waiting for someone there? Just waiting for this. Shen Yuan whipped out his phone and showed her the messages from Li Yuheng. Look, first it was a restaurant. Then he suddenly switched it to the club. Li Xiao was stunned. Shen Yuan pressed the advantage. I even urged him to come downstairs when I got there. If you still don't believe me, we can go to Suyun and check the cameras. At last, Li Xiao's tightly wound heartstrings relaxed. She let out a long sigh of relief. Shen Yuan's words, convincing. Evidence, neat. Logic complete, she thought in her mind. Shen Yuan, not missing his chance, continued with wide puppy dog eyes. How could I go to those kinds of places to hang out? You've misunderstood me so deeply. Li Xiao finally softened, voice tinged with regret. Shen Yuan, I'm sorry. I really didn't expect things to be like this. Her favorability bar instantly jumped from 60 to 72 points. Shen Yuan's inner monologue was practically doing backflips. I didn't expect her favorability to bounce back and even stop at 72. 3 points higher than the original 69. Jackpot. Smiling, he puned inside. It's okay as long as we cleared things up. I'm a little thirsty. Let me go inside and get a drink of water. But Li Xiao, recognizing the sly sparkle in his eye, blocked faster than a goalkeeper. Shen Yuan, not again. Are you trying to do what you did last time? Shen Yuan clutched his chest dramatically. I'm really thirsty. I ran over right after lunch. My throat is parched. Just one sip of water and I'll leave right away. Really? Li Xiao narrowed her eyes. Of course it's true. Then wait there. She slammed the door in his face. Seconds ticked by. The door creaked open again. She shoved a bottle of water at him. Here, drink it. Shen Yuan looked at the bottle like it had betrayed him. Why so suspicious? No trust left at all. Is that how my image is now in Li Xiao's eyes? Before he could wallow, slam. The door shut again. At that exact moment, an auntie strolled by and witnessed the tragic comedy. She chuckled knowingly. Young man, don't be too impatient. Haste makes waste. Shen Yuan shot back instantly. Auntie, only haste gets you the hot stuff, or you'll end up with leftovers. The auntie gave him a once-over, secretly smirking. These young ones are so sharp-tongued these days. But this one's got looks and physique. Quality hottie stock. Maybe I should call my old friends and book some male models at the club later. Blissfully unaware of being mentally drafted into Auntie's night out, Shen Yuan sighed and trudged back to his car. Just then, his phone buzzed. Li Xiao messaged, "Shen Yuan, let's hang out this weekend." Shen Yuan's mood skyrocketed. Not only was the misunderstanding cleared and favorability restored, but now he even got a weekend invitation. This trip wasn't a waste after all, he thought, practically patting himself on the back. He barely sat down when a video call lit up his screen. It was Su Shuiwei. Shen Yuan answered, and Su Shuiwei's face appeared. "Shen Yuan, the plumbing and electrical work is complete. It's ready for handover. When do you have time to take a look?" Shen Yuan replied without hesitation. "I have time now. Wait for me. I'll be right there." Half an hour later, Su was sitting on mossy stone stairs in front of the villa. Shen Yuan arrived, stepped out of the car, and strolled up. "Have you been waiting long?" Su Shuiwei shot up, flustered. "Not at all." Shen Yuan tilted his head. "Why so nervous? I'm not going to eat you." He pointed toward the villa. "Take me in for a look." Su quickly recovered once in her element. "All right, Mr. Shen, please come in. I'll explain everything one by one." Shen Yuan chuckled inwardly. When it comes to her work, she calms right down. Haha, this is what they call professionalism. Inside, she walked him through updates. Waterproofing done, utilities installed, flooring tiles next. She led him to the backyard, where the garden design was already implemented to his specs. Shen Yuan nodded along. Good. When the inspection ended, Shen Yuan softened his voice. "With you supervising, I feel very assured now. Tonight, I'd like to treat you to a meal." But Su Shuiwei awkwardly shook her head. "I'm sorry, Mr. Shen. I have plans to go home tonight." Shen Yuan raised a brow. "What plans?" She lowered her head. "To cook for my mother and younger brother." Shen Yuan suddenly stopped walking. She bumped right into his chest. Firm muscle meeting soft curves. Impact. His eyes widened slightly. This girl's got potential. Su Shuiwei's face went crimson. She stammered, "Mr. Shen, you—" Before she could finish, the sky opened up. Heavy rain poured down, drowning out every other sound. Shen Yuan smiled. "It's raining heavily. Let's quickly go inside." Su Shuiwei, flustered, nodded. They rushed back in, Shen Yuan shielding her with his hand. But under the rain's mischief, Su Shuiwei's shirt turned transparent, her red bra announcing itself to the world. She gasped, covering herself. "Mr. Shen, don't look." Shen Yuan crossed his arms calmly. "I don't want to look, but it keeps hitting my eyes." Su Shuiwei went silent, shivering from the cold, until, "Achoo!" Immediately, strong arms wrapped around her from behind. Shen Yuan whispered warmly, "This way, you won't feel cold anymore, right?" Su Shuiwei's eyes went wide, her thoughts tangled. "I've never been this close to a boy before. My whole body feels tingly. I want to push him away. But he is an important client. If I offend him..." Her panic was interrupted by Shen Yuan's smug voice. "Why do you keep staring at me? Is it because I'm handsome?" Su Shuiwei blinked. Is Mr. Shen being narcissistic, or is he joking? How do I answer this? My teachers never covered this subject. Meanwhile, Shen Yuan watched her conflicted face and chuckled inwardly. So naive, so easy to tease. And in that moment, his imagination wandered, her cheeks still burning red, body not resisting his closeness. She doesn't hate it. That means I've got plenty of room to develop. Half an hour later, the rain finally stopped. Shen Yuan stretched his hand out to feel it. "The rain stopped. Let's go. I'll take you home." Shuiwei, still stiff as a statue, whispered dryly, "Shen Yuan, could you please take your hand off me? It's been half an hour already." Shen Yuan quickly retracted, coughing into his fist like nothing happened. "Oh, haha, sorry. Wasn't I just afraid you'd get cold?" Time ticked on. 40 minutes later, darkness crept in as his G63 purred to a stop in front of a residential area. Su Shuiwei hocked out, polite as ever. "Shen Yuan, I'm here. Thank you for the ride. I'm sorry for the trouble." Shen Yuan, never one to miss a chance, leaned over. "Can I come up for a bit?" So up he went, carrying some items like a man trying to disguise ulterior motives as gentlemanly courtesy. But as he walked, his eyes swept the surroundings, and his inner monologue went full drama critic. "I imagined her circumstances weren't good, but this is basically a condemned building one earthquake away from a news headline." Su Shuiwei finally turned, resignation in her voice. "Sure, you can come up, but I have to help my family cook dinner, so I won't have time to entertain you." Shen Yuan shrugged. "You go ahead and do what you need. I'll just sit for a bit and then leave." Meanwhile, not far away, the local surveillance unit, aka neighborhood aunties and uncles, were already zoomed in on Shen Yuan's G63 with gossip sharper than paparazzi lenses. One auntie squinted. What kind of car is that? Doesn't look cheap. And uncle puffed his cigarette like an expert witness on car talk. That's a G-class car. Has to be at least 3 million yen. The aunt next to him nearly broke a sweat. So expensive? Then is that young man Shui Wei's boyfriend? Another aunt cackled. He even brought gifts to her house. 8 or 9 parts true. Fan-wielding auntie covered her mouth with a smile. This Shui Wei finally has her day. No more hard life for her. That's not for sure. Rich people value matching status. How could they pick a family like this? I think so too. Those rich kids just play around. Why would they settle for a girl with a dead father, a crippled mother, and a family burden? At this, the cigarette uncle spat on the ground. You two should watch your mouths and have some decency. Back to Shen Wan's side. As they reached the apartment, a little boy dashed out, face lit up. Sister, you're back. She crouched down, ruffling his hair. Su Jingji, are you hungry? I'll go cook dinner now. Shen Wan tilted his head, amused. Is this your younger brother, Shui Wei? Shui Wei turned back. Su Jingji, this is my friend. Say hello. The boy peeked out shyly, then hid behind his sister. Sorry, Shui Wei explained with a smile. My brother's a bit timid. Just then, a woman approached, leaning on a cane. Shui Wei's expression shifted instantly. Concern, worry, daughter mode activated. Mom, why did you come out here? Her mother smiled kindly. It's okay. I just came to walk around a bit. Then her gaze slid to Shen Wan. Shui Wei, this young man is? Shui Wei hurried to introduce. My friend, Shen Wan. Shen Wan politely stepped forward. Hello, auntie. But her mother's inner thoughts were suspicious. Shui Wei has never brought a boy home before. Could it be? Her tone softened anyway. Xiao Shen, you even bought so many things. You've spent too much. Come in and sit down. Shen Wan smiled like a model son-in-law. Yes, auntie. Inside, Shui Wei dashed to the small kitchen. Shen Wan, please have a seat. I'll go cook dinner. Her mother turned to Jingji. Go pour your brother some water to drink. Half an hour later, after Shen Wan endured a casual conversation, Shui Wei finally emerged carrying plates of food. Dinner is ready, everyone. Let's eat. The table filled quickly. Jingji clapped his hands, beaming. Hooray! The food you cook is the best, sister. Their mother turned to Shen Wan with a warm smile. It's just a simple home-cooked meal. Next time, Xiao Shen, auntie will prepare in advance and treat you to a feast. Shen Wan replied smoothly. You're too kind, auntie. I'm already overjoyed to taste your cooking. If you like it, eat more, she encouraged. Shen Wan's heart tugged slightly as he watched this humble but loving family. No wonder Shui Wei is so different. At her age, she's already carrying the entire family on her shoulders. She has no choice but to make herself strong. After the meal, Shen Yuan didn't linger. He said his goodbyes. Just then, Shui Wei hurried after him, calling out, Shen Yuan, wait a moment. You bought so many things when you came. Let me transfer the money back to you. She raised her phone, ready to scan his QR code, but Shen Yuan snatched it with a sly grin. Let me borrow your phone for a moment. Before she could protest, he worked his magic, handed it back, and waved casually. I'll go first. Goodbye. See you next time. Only after he left, Shui Wei noticed the notification. ICBC, your account ending in XXX has received 50,000 yuan. She froze. He transferred 50,000 yuan to me? Sticking her head out the window, she shouted, Shen Yuan, wait! But he acted deaf, striding to the main road and slipping into his car. Inside, he sighed. 50,000 yuan is nothing to me, but for her family, it's enough to breathe easier. Just, she didn't show any favorability points above her head. What if she refuses later? His phone rang. He answered smoothly. Secretary, go ahead. On the other end, Fu Ying's voice rattled off. Boss, from 653 applications, we selected 12. 1 male, 11 females. I've sent the file and candid photos of the female applicants to your mailbox. Shen Yuan chuckled in satisfaction. Well done. Bonus this month. Yingzi's voice lit up. Thank you, boss. Then I'll continue working. Call me if you need anything. Hanging up now. Shen Yuan leaned back, calculating. Friday is Dad's birthday. Need to prepare a gift tomorrow. After all, 30 million for filial piety. Old Shen and Mother Li are truly blessed. Then there's Wei Wei, Nana, Coach Lu too. 1 night each, no more, no less. Balance must be maintained. I'm a master of fairness. Back at Shui Wei's house, the neighborhood gossip club resumed its session. One auntie was asking her mother, is that young man who just came Shui Wei's boyfriend? Her mother frowned. I don't know. Shui Wei hasn't said anything. The aunt leaned closer, whispering like a spy. He's really rich. His car must be worth 2 or 3 million. Her mother nearly dropped her cane. Huh? That expensive? The aunt chuckled. If Shui Wei can become a couple with him, your and Jingji's lives will improve, so you'd better have a good talk with her. Her mother's eyes clouded with thought. This is a major matter in Shui Wei's life. I don't want to burden her, forcing her to marry rich. She should choose for herself. But the aunt pushed. That young man definitely has feelings for her. He even visited the house. So even if she doesn't like him, persuade her a little. Another woman nearby, who had been eavesdropping, snorted. You people think too much. He only sat for a while, and you're already matchmaking? Please. Fan auntie snapped her fan shut. He's been to the house. That means intention. The other woman scoffed. Maybe he had intentions at first, but once he saw the family circumstances, they probably evaporated instantly. Every word pierced Shuiwei's mother, standing just behind the door. Heart heavy, she went to the kitchen, where her daughter was cleaning up. Shuiwei, she asked softly, tell me the truth. Mom, what's wrong? What's the relationship between you and that young man just now? Shuiwei answered matter-of-factly. He's a major client. He came to the construction site today. It rained, so he gave me a ride. Nothing more. Her mother pressed further. Does this client have feelings for you? Shuiwei hesitated, recalling the chest bump, the back hug, the teasing words. Then her memory flashed back to that beautiful girl he had dinner with before. She shook her head. I don't know. Her mother sighed. You don't even know. Then what about you? What do you think of him? Shuiwei frowned. What nonsense are you talking about? He's just a client. Okay, I know. Don't mind aunt's gossip. Your father is gone, and you carry this family on your own. Your mom and Jingji owe you so much. I just want you to be happy. Don't ever feel you must marry rich for our sake. Shuiwei hugged her mother gently. Mom, I know. Don't worry. Still, her eyes held a quiet melancholy. Memories from the villa replayed in her mind. The bump, the embrace, the teasing. Against her will, her heart stirred slightly. Meanwhile, at the Junyu Hotel, Shen Yuan had already switched scenes entirely. Inside, in a private room, he and Meng Lu were once again locked in combat. A heated exchange of world-famous techniques, unleashing moves as if both were trying to break Olympic records in. Time zipped past, and soon it was the next morning. Phone rang. He answered. President Shen, this is Fu Zhengmei from Guanting Decoration Company. Shen Yuan mumbled, still half in dreamland. What is it? Is it urgent? Zheng Mei's polite voice floated through the line. Sorry to bother you, President Shen. Is this a convenient time? I wanted to talk to you about my student, Shuiwei. Shen Yuan blinked, pulled himself upright and said, All right, I'm on my way. Don't make me rush too much. After he zoomed to the meeting spot, as soon as he plopped out, he asked, You woke me up so early. What's going on with Shuiwei? Zheng Mei handed him a matcha latte with a smile. Yesterday, you sent her 50,000 yuan, and she tried to send it back, but you didn't accept it. Shen Yuan accepted the latte, sighing. Yeah, that happened. Zheng Mei leaned in, lowering her voice. Don't get me wrong. I just noticed she looked troubled this morning. I asked her about it, and well, she's not the type to take money like that. What you did might give her a psychological headache. She won't accept it willingly. Just take the money back. Shen Yuan raised an eyebrow. Wait, did you call me here just to lecture me about money? Zheng Mei admitted. President Shen, Shuiwei isn't money hungry. If you really want to pursue her, you might have to, put in some effort. Shen Yuan stroked his chin thoughtfully. Ah, the money thing? That wasn't intention. He waved it off. Forget it. No use talking about it. Fine, I'll accept the money. He tapped his phone, and instantly a transfer notification popped up. Industrial and Commercial Bank. Your account ending in XXX has received 50,200 yuan. Shen Yuan let out a long sigh. Extra 200 yuan, probably for the things I bought her yesterday. Stubborn little thing. Turning to Zheng Mei, he asked, Has Director Wan been sending Shuiwei to entertain clients with drinks lately? No, President Shen. Don't worry. Her job is only to supervise your construction site. Shen Yuan took a sip of his latte and stood up. All right, thanks for your trouble. I'll take my leave. Watching him go, Zheng Mei sighed inwardly. If Shuiwei ended up with Shen Yuan, her life would be transformed. But this girl is stubborn. These days, so many girls want shortcuts. Shuiwei, she's a gem, she mused. Back in his car, Shen Yuan's phone rang again. This time it was Lin Yuchang. Are you free tonight? Let's hit a cafe for a drink, she said, soft and sly. I'm free, Shen Yuan replied with a smirk. Come straight to your place. But my husband might come home. She hesitated. Shen Yuan's grin widened. Even better. A brief pause, then, okay, come over. I haven't eaten yet, Shen Yuan said. Need to fuel up before fixing the air conditioner. Yu Chang understood immediately. I'll cook for you. Time flew. Soon it was 6 p.m. and Shen Yuan was at Yu Chang's house. Watching her cook, he asked, What's for dinner? Pig kidney soup, she replied cheerfully. Shen Yuan's grin turned mischievous. Married women really do understand men. He wrapped an arm around her waist and whispered, Ever made this for your husband? First time I learned it online, she replied. His hand traced slowly along her figure as he murmured, When will your husband be back? Probably around 9, she whispered. With a sly smile, he leaned closer. Then we've got an hour and a half to ourselves. Her cheeks flushed as she shifted, noticing the difference. You feel different than before. Breathing in the scent of her neck, he asked softly, Do you like it? After a bit of playful closeness, the soup was finally ready. Shen Yuan took a sip and nodded appreciatively. Not bad for a first attempt. Yu Chang's face lit up. Glad you like it. I can make it often if you want. Shen Yuan hesitated. Wouldn't that be inconvenient? I've decided to divorce. I want my own happiness, she said firmly. Shen Yuan's expression turned serious. Good for you. I'm happy you were brave enough to do that. Yu Chang smiled. Thank you, Shen Yuan. You helped me make this decision. Her favorability increased to 66. Shen Yuan pinched her cheek lightly. Favorability points rose even more. Hey, don't pin that on me. I'm not the one breaking your marriage. She closed her eyes. Appreciated it. You know what I meant. Shen Yuan chuckled smugly. Perfect. She's divorced, so I can openly spend on her and rack up favorability. If Miss Lin's got that one-touch buff physique, a few visits, some cash, and boom! 90 points easy. A moment later, right before 9, Shen Yuan also slipped out. As soon as he started the car, Shen Yang waddled over. He stared at the gleaming luxury car, sweat running down his temples. What the hell? A G-class car? Nobody in our neighborhood drives something like this. He looked at the driver, froze. Wait, I know that face. Where have I... Oh, right. That's the young tycoon who bought a car from Chenna and bankrolls her. So what's he doing here? He got out and went inside. Yu Chang was sipping a bowl of soup at the table. Shen Yang's eyes lit up like a kid at Christmas. Oh ho! Soup just for me? You're getting more thoughtful every day. Yu Chang smiled faintly, though her thoughts were pure acid. Relax, dude. That's not for you. Before she could say a word, Shen Yang plopped himself down, ladled soup, and grumbled. Why aren't you running the AC? It's boiling in here. What's the point of this weak little fan? We're not that broke, are we? Yu Chang replied calmly. It's not hot. But in her head, it's not the heat, genius. I'm just trying to air out Shen Yuan's scent before you sniff it. Seeing her expression, Shen Yang's brain did a backflip into the wrong conclusion. He loosened his tie, puffed up his chest, and declared, I get it. You wanted me to finish the soup, recharge, and then, you know. Don't worry. I'll take a quick shower, then I'll make you very happy. 10 minutes later, freshly washed and whistling, he returned, only to stop dead at the bedroom door. Wait, why is it closed? Wasn't the soup the starter pack for tonight's DLC? Don't tell me she fell asleep in the time it took me to shampoo. Deflated, he flopped onto the sofa, muttering, fine, whatever. I gave you the chance and you didn't want it. I'll save my ammo and test it on some younger girl tomorrow. The next morning, on the school field, guys and beautiful girls filled the place like a casting call. Fu Ying's looked at the lineup with satisfaction. Based on Shen Yuan's advice, 2 male students added. Female students are all campus goddesses. Her gaze landed on a tall girl in a flight attendant uniform. Senior Yayu. 175 centimeter. Perfect figure, everyone's crush. Then her eyes shifted. Junior Aisha, the little hot devil. Entire school went crazy when she enrolled. Next was a cosplayer. Zhang Man of Star Origin City. Her Mai Shiranui cosplay hit 200,000 fans on Douyin. Absolute crowd killer. Meanwhile, the little dragon girl was staring at them all in despair. Great, I dressed plain today. Going up against this lineup feels like bringing chopsticks to a sword fight. Among the few male students was Entron, class monitor of International Trade 2, Shen Yuan's class. He watched all this with growing unease. The more I look, the more off this feels. These aren't students for a startup project. This looks exactly like a harem draft. And me? I actually thought Shen Yuan cared about entrepreneurship. I'm an idiot. His irritation flared. And why the hell am I on the shortlist? What am I? Some eunuch? Damn you, Shen Yuan, you sneaky bastard. While he sulked, Fu Ying stood hands on her hips, grinning like a director watching her cast assemble. Perfect. Next, it's time for the boss to take the stage.